They will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone. Watch me celebrate. I'm cocky. I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, oh, deal with the hands. Thought he could guard me. I ruin they plans. I do what I want. They do what they can. Got it on smash.
All right, Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Dallas Cowboys and the Philadelphia Eagles. This is taken at his 4. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Here we go, Pac-Man. 180! Hey, check it. 57, 57.
They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Toss play, Kamara. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 7 yards there and a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
To throw is Wentz. And Kamara has it stripped. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations, big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. The Pro Bowler Fletcher Cox there to get him down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now Mariota. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. A second down play results in a loss of 2 yards. The last catch took him 2 yards in the wrong direction, so now what can they do on 3rd? From the gun, Mariota. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. Zadarius Smith able to record his 5th sack of the season. Mariota. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Nigel Bradham. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35. And they're going to come up empty here on 4th down.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a first down run is going nowhere. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. A loss of 2. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Here we go. Back man. 180. 82. 82. Here, play. Hey, Alpha. Here, 5-7. Here we go.
Now Wentz on third down. And Tate's got it. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle first down.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Wentz. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that'll bring up 4th down. The kick by Elliott is good. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud. After they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, it's Mariota looking deep downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. On third down, Mariota. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48, and this return's going to go backwards about 8 yards, but the interception is good, and they have the football.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They begin on the ground with Kamara. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Now they'll toss it out right to Kamara. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It's a 6-yard loss on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Now second quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. On play action, Wentz. And got a man, it's Woods. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Here we go. Ready? Great finish, check.
Wentz now on 1st down. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. The 20. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Alvin Kamara, his first touchdown on the year. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
On 2nd and 9, Mariota. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. 14 yards. Good for a Cowboy first down. On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Nick Kwiatkowski able to maneuver in for the sack. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. To throw is Mariota. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Young. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
Go. 120. They're going to need some therapy after this. And bring it to you.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And an alley to run. Past the 20. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Alvin Kamara with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes our score 17-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but
you don't want to.
No, but nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Mike Fofo. I got him. 44 at the mic.
To try again after the sack. Mariota. That one complete to Elliott. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that's going to bring up a third down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
53, Mike. Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run.
Mariota from the gun on third down. And the throw there going to be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. On the return, it's Kamara. 1:53 remaining in this first half of play. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. The last run got a couple. Here's second and 8.
Grade 15.
Now it's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi. And he'll be taken down right around the 27. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Here we go. 180. Watch time.
Throwing now is Wentz. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up fourth down. So on fourth down, Britton Colquitt on to punt. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. That's taken on the 25. 45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Check 3. One.
Working out of the gun, Mariota. He'll rifle this one deep right. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Tavon Young. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Go. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Wentz the handoff to Ajayi, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
74.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wentz. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
They run with Ajayi. 20. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jay Ajayi, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Eagles able to push further out in front.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. It's a very short kick taken by an up man.
Any return to get you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. In some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Nigel Bradham. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Wentz now to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Shotgun now for Wentz. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Wentz going to go on 4th down. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And the Cowboys defense is going to get them the football back. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. The first opportunity in the red zone for the Cowboys. They're looking at a 1st and goal from about the 9. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, this fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10. This is Elliott. He's got the first down and more past midfield. The 30, 10, touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys get a bit closer. And now Jason Garrett electing for his guys to try for two. Throwing, Mariota, and he's got it for the two-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
You got this. The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Working from the gun. Wentz on the check down. He finds Kamara. And they will rally and stop him short of the first down. They get him to the ground at the 26. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be fourth down. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Pulled in at the 24. It's a 47-yard punt, but they did give up 10 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. From the 34 now, here's first and 10. Throwing is Mariota. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. That throw good for 4. It's second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up second and 6. Now Mariota. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Zadarius Smith in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Third and long here for Mariota. He's going to go for a big, and my goodness, another interception. Off by Tavon Young.
Intercepted. The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 17 yards and a first down for Philly. So after the run by Jay Ajayi, here's first and 10. Now they try the right side here. Tackle made there by Chidobe Awuzie.
In my book, that's running the ball well but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
They'll toss it to Ajayi. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
It's a nice pickup at 12 yards, and it gives them a first and goal. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. That's going to go as a loss of 7, and it'll set him back for second down. Kamara trying again. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. He picks up 7 yards there, but they're still faced with a difficult third and goal here. So a little extra time to ponder this third and goal as we played 3 quarters. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, third and goal. They'll try to run it in. It's Kamara. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. He couldn't quite find the goal line, but a good run of 8 yards is going to make it an interesting. Fourth and goal now. And no move to take the offense on the field. They're going to stay out there and go for it on fourth and goal.
Check safety, check safety.
Oh, they go with a tight end carry. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the fourth. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first. So a little more space to work with here from the 13 on first and 10. From the gun, Costello gets this one to Hill. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable second and 1. Now a throw here on second down, and that's complete. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. Fourth quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be second and 9. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this second and 9. Here's Elliott. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on third and just a yard. Under 4 to play now. Clock running. Third down. Back to throw. Costello. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. And he comes back with one complete. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. This quarterback now 5 of 6. Very accurate since taking over, and he's got his guys a first down. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other. A gain of 6. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. 2nd and 4. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. It was the veteran safety Malcolm Jenkins who got a hand in there to disrupt it.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. So the touchdown was big. This almost equally big as they'll try to get it to a 1-score game with a 2-point conversion. They'll let Elliott try and run it in. And they will get back to within 1 score as he is into the end zone, and the lead's cut to 8 here in the 4th. So the lead trimmed down to 8 as here comes the kickoff, and it's away. This one taken from the 7. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Oh, look at this. Wentz going to throw. It's hauled in by Shepard. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Big stop, D. Big stop. Let's go. 30.
A man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Kamara again. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the 1st as the tackle is made at the 33. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Britton Colquitt now as he's on to punt for Philadelphia. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
He's back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. When the rookie QB gets his first touchdown pass, that's one you put in the trophy case. First career interception, that's going to be one he wants to forget.
Yeah, and he's not going to go ask for the football, right? Yeah, you can keep that one. The key for him, what does he learn from it? When he watches the tape, does he have an answer right now where he already understands what mistake he made? That's what the coaches are going to want to know, and that's what they'll grill him on and see how he grows from it.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long.
It's 3rd down and 12.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. So fly, Eagles, fly. It's a victory for Philadelphia. And it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire second half, but their first half output, that's enough to carry them to victory.
And that's an odd game to watch, isn't it? Because when we saw the output in the first half, you think to yourself, okay, they've got something working here. They know what they're doing. They'll continue that along. But instead, it's goose eggs in the second half. Fortunately, enough of a cushion and enough defense to carry them home.
So for Philadelphia, they fall a game under 500 now at 3 up and 4 down. And they'll get another home date next week as the Browns will come to town. Meanwhile, for Dallas, they can't quite seem to turn things